Lopez. I have been in the PTO here since 2018, 2019, since my daughter was here. So yeah, it's been a little bit. This is my last year, and I'm ready to pass the baton over to someone that's really gonna love doing this because I get emotional because I really like doing this for the kids. I've been the PTO president since 2022, 2023. My son is here. He's a third grader. I love supporting this school. I love the teachers. I love the staff and the children. We have Brandy over here. She's been my right hand since the beginning. We've done PTO together for a couple years now. Same thing with Jasmine here too. I forgot your name. Caitlin. She's helped out plenty too, so we do have a few PTO members here. Miss Bo, this is Miss Bo's first year here, so she hasn't seen everything the PTO does. And we want to show her that we love our students, we love San Leon, we love our teachers, and everything we do is for them. We want them to be happy. We want them to show that to our kiddos. We want to stay communicating, involve everyone, involve parents, involve teachers, admins, and the community. Do y'all want to introduce yourselves? I don't know if y'all new parents.
I'm Kristen Allen. My daughter's in kindergarten, first time ever being in this school ever, so newbie.
Awesome.
But I've been living in San Leon for 5 years. Came from Michigan originally, been living in West Houston for 15 years and moved over. So loving being by the water.
Awesome.
So much.
Well, kindergarten, you still have a few years here. All right, we'd love to have you here.
I'm Megan Bearden. My daughter Eleanor just started pre-K.
You too. You're gonna be here for a little bit.
I have an older daughter too that also went through. Her name was Abigail. She's in 6th grade. She's
Okay.
in 5th grade now. So,
All right.
but yeah, so I've been at this school for a while, but this is, I finally got some time to put into this, so I'm excited.
Okay. All right. Brandy.
Hi, I'm Brandy. My son is in 3rd grade. His name is Sebastian, so it's my last year here as well. We've been doing this since our kids, well, Daisy's oldest she's been doing it since her oldest, but I've been doing it since my little was in kinder, so we're hoping that we can find somebody, that wants to help out and take over and
Just walking in. Sorry to put you on the spot. Eileen, she's been amazing. She's helped us with tons of events also. She has a few kids here too. Soon to be on the way out also. Are y'all new to the school?
No, I've been here. It's
Oh,
Carrie.
okay.
Grayson, he's in what, 2nd grade now?
Okay. All right.
We have a kindergartner this year, and we have 2 younger that'll be the next 2 years in a row after that.
You'll be here for a while.
Yep.
Y'all need to start teaming up right now. Sí, sí, claro. ¿Pero si entiende inglés?
Un poco.
Okay. All right. Si no entiende, dígame.
Okay. Mi nombre es Elvira
Elvira. Okay.
y es el primer año de pre-K.
Pre-K? Okay. All right. Well, we got a lot of newbies.
Hi, I'm Christina. I have a kindergarten here in Christian.
We love pre-K and kindergartners. Y'all gonna be here for a little bit. All right. PTO duties. Let me get right to it because we do not have that much time, and I apologize again for doing it at 4:30. It's our first meeting. I promise the next one will be after school. So after work, I should say. PTO duties. Communicating with the secretary principal. Making flyers. Okay? Treasurer, dealing with all the money coming in and out. Organizing all the events. Decision making. Doing contracts with businesses, with the yearbook, social media posts, setting up, taking down. So we need more than one person, 2-person team to be successful. We have been able to do it with 2 people, with volunteers, but having a committee with a president, with the secretary, with the treasurer, with all the other officers, we haven't had in a few years because nobody's wanting to do duties. And we've been able to manage, but if we can get a team together, or, someone do this, someone do that, I'm gonna run to the store, I'll do the flyers, I'll do the social media post, I'm sure y'all can continue being, as successful as we have. What the PTO has done here is build bridges between families and teachers and the staff. We always include our staff. Do you happen to know how many teachers and staff you have at the school right now?
Well, we're
80,
growing.
90?
So I don't have a solid number yet, but I believe we have 42, and that's just teachers. I haven't included all the other important people and staff that supports the students.
So, rough estimate, if we're gonna do events, 100, 90 to 100. I don't just include teachers because the aides, cafeteria, the custodians, everyone works just as hard as the teachers. Same thing with admin. We always include everybody in everything that we do. We're here again to support the students and the teachers and the staff, okay? What has PTO contributed with, okay? Our contributions have gone through field trips, and if y'all want copies, I have a few copies over here, or y'all can take a picture of it. If you don't know, the PTO pays for student field trips, okay? The school does not have extra funds to pay for any extracurricular activities outside of school. We pay for that. We pay for the buses to get the kids to and from a field trip, okay? And that's per grade level. Ms. Bo wants to do 2 field trips. We got to raise extra money for that. And that takes most of our funds. We don't have much out here in San Leon. Therefore, if we're going further, we're paying more.
How much is the average cost usually?
About $500 per grade level if they're going from here to Moody Gardens, from here to the zoo and Alvin, Bayou Wildlife. If they go further, last year, just to throw numbers out there, 2nd grade went to Armin Bayou, whatever, crocodile encounter in Angleton. For 2 buses, it was about $1,200. And that was just 2nd grade. We have to keep it even between every single grade level. If I'm gonna pay $1,200 for 2nd grade and pay $200 for 1st grade, that's not fair. Then you're gonna have teachers coming at you like, hey, why are you treating them better than I am?
So in order to provide these sites for them, is it sponsorships? Are there going to be like fundraisers that we're putting on, things of that sort? Or do y'all allow sponsorships also?
Oh yeah, sponsors, yes. Fundraisers, I have to come back to that because they just changed the way we fundraise this year. We cannot send flyers out for students to sell items, which that was successful before, but we're losing that this year. Yearbook. PTO has done the yearbook with the help of the computer teacher, creating the yearbook, signing the contracts with the yearbook company, selling them, putting them on social media, putting the word out there. Yearbooks is also part of PTO. Water Day, Bounce Day, Field Day, PTO pays for all the extra activities that we have out here, all the moonwalks. Kona Ice is usually really good at coming out here. Every time you see Kona Ice, we sell a snow cone, they give $1 back to us. I think it's like 25% of what they make comes back to the PTO. So we always want to have Kona out here, always. But they were booked today, so we couldn't get them out here. Career Day, we've always had a luncheon for all the Career Day people that we have coming out, and usually the counselor sets that up. Teacher Appreciation Week, we treat all our teachers, and that's at the end of May. A whole week of nothing but teacher appreciation, lunch, gifts, massages, thank you, yes. Fundraising. Mac Teacher Night is very successful. Mac Teacher Night, the McDonald's off 96, they open up their doors from 5 to 8, and they give us a percentage back. We do that twice a year. We're doing that also with CC's Pizza. In a couple of weeks, we're having CC's. I'll start on that flyer here soon. They also give us a percentage back. Valentine's Day grams, we sell roses or bears. Holiday shop is a really big one. That one takes a ton of help. Week-long Christmas shop, we don't call it Christmas. Holiday shop. Penguin patch is what we call it. Set up in the science lab. Sell to the kids Christmas gifts that they're going to give to their parents. Movie nights, spirit nights, PTO does all that. We set up concession, and that's how we make our money. Trunk or treat, we did that last year. This year we're doing more of a fall festival. Again, concessions, if we can get any vendors out here. We had vendors last year, boutiques, people that sell Gator shirts. If you know anyone selling the Stanley Cups with all the extra accessories, the badges, stuff like that, that teachers like, we can get them out here too. Readathon, that's everything that I have on here that we've done. We've done popcorn, sell popcorn. We can't do that this year. That one was a really, really big one for us. School store. The school store is another fundraiser. The money goes directly to the teachers and to the classroom. PTO doesn't get much from that. So if y'all know of any other event that y'all want to do or contribute with, let us know. We also have Grandparents' Night coming up. That's new. We have a bunch of different new stuff on the calendar this year, and I'm hoping and praying that we can make every single one of those possible. Again, I don't know if y'all heard me. I'm a substitute teacher here, full-time job. I have another job besides this. I run the PTO, sports, extracurricular activities, and I'm sure that's everybody. I know everybody, but if we can all put, something, one event, it doesn't have to be every single event. We can make it happen. And there's plenty of us here. This is, I think, the most we've ever had. So. Yes.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
To be such a big school. And
That, right there.
I'm from the country, and my parents have always been really active.
And that's,
We have,
I've always
40
said that.
people there, and everybody's competing to be the president.
Yeah.
And so this is
I haven't
really
had
big
competition. Give me competition. Take over. Here. I'll show you. I have the book. I'm really organized. I have everything. And if it's worked in the years past, we're carrying it over the following year. Why change it? But if there's something new, fresh, let's introduce it. Most of the time, Tuesdays and Thursdays is when we do our events here. Any music program, we set up concession. I go to Sam's, buy all the bulk of stuff, and set up anytime we can, any special event. Today we didn't set up. Usually we set up a concession. All right, going into treasury. Again, we don't have a treasurer. It's been Brandy and I. We're starting off this year with $3,200. Okay, and that's the lowest that it's been in a few years. Why? Because field trips last year took most of our budget. I paid probably about $3,000 in just field trips, not including teacher appreciation. I've seen, from the years that I've been here, I've seen money go from $15,000 to $2,000. It fluctuates, just depending. We had fourth graders here a few years ago. We had a higher income. We would do fun runs, readathons, more parent involvement. We lost the fourth graders, and a bunch of our income went with them. So far, that what we spent this summer, popcorn for the popcorn machine, balloons for back to school. I've bought game boards for Grandparents' Night, and we still have to do our concession haul to Sam's. That's probably another $300-400. So the money can be gone very quick. So we need to reimburse that. Donations are always welcome. Okay, we can do it's probably too late for grandparents to get donations, but we do flyers for donations, Cokes, chips, candy, anything, so we don't have to cut into our budget. So far, does anybody have any questions? I know I'm running through it. They're probably gonna kick us out of here. Anybody have any questions or any input? Would anybody be willing to do a duty, have a title? Okay, if y'all want to be president,
I'll do all your digital arts and graphics.
there you go. Canva.
I'll do something.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 3 companies of my own, and I'm a behavior therapist, analyst now. Plus, like, I travel everywhere for missionary work, so that's why I asked about the donations, because that can be a big factor. Considering that I run companies, I'm like, hey,
Yes.
give you guys donations.
Yeah. Especially if you know people around here, Speaking of donations, for Teacher Appreciation, a lot of the business out here have contributed amazingly, So go support them. Gil Hooley's, $2,000, $20 gift cards for everybody in the school. Pier
love Gil
6.
Hooley's.
We don't have much out here, but what we do have, we want to be really good with them and support them if they're supporting us. Small businesses too, yeah. If you have anything that you want to do, sell, make for us. We can exchange, services too.
I think that we should try. Can we try to look into doing something like Tetra Truck?
Oh, my husband runs that.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that you that I
Yeah,
talked to
yeah.
about that too?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
husband does that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's perfect. Yeah.
He works for the city of Texas City. He does all the digital graphics arts. He works hand in hand with the mayor and does everything. He actually does the whole promotion for Touch a Truck for the past 8 years now, I think. Yeah.
So a really big event that we have is the Halloween Fall Festival. We've had the fire department out here. That event would be amazing to have, them out here.
The fire event, we always saw so many tickets for it that, the kids are just waiting. So I think that we can get a police car or ambulance or whatever.
Well, they're considered Texas City, but they know a lot of everybody else. So I could probably get communication with all of them and just figure it out.
All the communications in the fire department.
Yeah, and they'll have to talk to them and stuff like that because they're really, really picky about intermingling city,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't have the Texas City people come over here because the San Leon people might get hey, that's my department. You can't be over here.
True.
But he probably knows them a lot better and always calls and asks for every department because we have firefighter games that they have all the time, so they know them really well, which is so much fun if you've ever been to it. Yeah, and so we can probably call them and have them do it. I'll talk to my husband.
I think it would be a good thing, a good compliment.
Oh, a lot of people show up for it. It's one of the top things. Oh yeah, yeah.
Cool. Anyone else have any questions or?
So I don't have questions, but I did wanted to, because I like to think long term. And when I took on this role, I wanted to provide every child an individual love of learning and an individual, what does this child need? What does your child need? And so that it becomes personalized because every child learns differently and every child thrives in a certain environment. And so I will take, the teachers and we take care of the academics component, but there are certain things that helps build our students up. And so this year, I have just communicated with the Director of Fine Arts, Dr. Paul Trahan. And so we are going to bus, when we get the funds, and that's a contingent upon all of you, that our students have multiple talents. So anyone that says, oh, my child's ADHD, I really wish that people would see that not as a disability, but as a gift. And so when the way we frame it, the way we frame how we want our students to be. So when you remember when we were growing up, I said, what do you want to be? And it was just like one career choice, right? But if you think about what you're doing now, you are wearing multiple roles. You're a chef. You probably can fix things around the house or a car, maybe better than I can, or the computer. You're also researching. You are always looking for things that helps you grow without even knowing that you are technically an engineer or a researcher or, a reader. And so when I ask the students, what do you want to be? You can be a multitude of things. You don't have to only be a doctor or only be a lawyer. You could do more than one thing. And so when they see that, oh, Dickinson ISD has a fantastic fine arts department, and they are at the high school level, they have a musical this year that they're hosting, a SpongeBob musical. And so and that's like student friendly, I hope. that's the goal. And so next year, our CTE that will be built, that's being built right now, they have programs for culinary, for maritime. And did you know that anyone who graduates with a maritime degree literally makes $200,000 a year? And just all the opportunities for our children to do well in IT. So I've already spoken to my principal peers, and we're already like thinking, okay, next year we will do a field trip for our students to see, look, stay in school, do well. When I was a teacher, I told my students, I don't want you to come to warm a chair. It doesn't do any good for you. What you do in the time that you're here is so valuable. And so anytime you're like, Miss, I need to use your restroom, I said, can you hold it for 2 minutes? I don't want you to miss anything. And they do. And so that conversation of trying to give our students the array of what you can do and what Dickinson ISD can provide for you. So, and just FYI, when I spoke to Baylor College of Medicine, they are building another medical facility. So our goal is to help. There will be jobs. There will be jobs, and it doesn't have to be with, particularly just working with patients, but that array of how do you diagnose a patient? Can you read a medical chart? All those skills that we want our students to walk away and saying, okay, maybe college isn't this for me, but I can choose a career that will still make them financially independent, make them, responsible citizens, and bring back to the community. So lots of things, because I did work at the high school level for 3 years, and I taught middle school. So my spectrum of trying to be able to get your children the scholarships that they can and win is just, how can I write an essay to talk about the things that I do? And it's not just about enabling them, but giving them the tools to advocate for themselves, to be able to craft their own space in this world, in this community, and creating that narrative where I am important. And so because you're worth it, and I love that L'Oreal commercial, right? Because I'm worth it. And so let's spin it on our children and say, because you're worth it, I'm doing this for you. So I love each and every one of our babies. I do. And their education isn't just academics, it's their social skills, their emotional skills, emotional well-being, right? And also, to support you, because it isn't easy to be a good parent. To be a good parent requires intention, it requires time, because we get busy. And so, and I have to reflect on myself as a mother too, and say, am I doing the best I can for my children? And sometimes I'll have guilt, and I say, this, as much as I pour into it, I still have to save the best for my children too. And so it is a calling. Our children are blessings. The minute you first heard their heart through that sonogram, is it a sonogram? Ultrasound. Thank you. Ultrasound. That was when I first fell in love. And so your child, I am so blessed that you entrusted your child or children to the I'm so sorry, it's been a day, to the well-being of San Leon. So my promise to you is that I will do everything in my power to give them the best that they deserve.
Thank you.
And you too, because we need strong, good parents. And so anything that I can do on my end, like if you need open labs to access the computers in here, to learn more resources that we can provide for our children. And here's my dream, to give each of them their own personal library. That is my dream. and our amazing Miss Jessica Tui. She has 2 of her children here. She is fantastic. She has worked with me in the past, and she, from the last campus she had, we had barely a library, and she wrote grants and was able to get 10,000 books. So I know within a year, Miss Jessica Tui is going to do a fantastic job with our literacy night and just getting our children to just love reading, love writing. And so she's also helping me write grants so that we can have a healthy competition for the students to compete and win prizes. So that's the goal. The goal is to help them see that what they write, how they communicate, right, is so valuable and important.
Thank you, Miss Val.
I'm
Sorry to stop
I
you.
took over. No.
It's all
I
right.